Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn BBA of Omega and Iran. So, in the last episode we have finished the focus Sarheshmech Copper, and now we have to choose what we're gonna do next. Now, we could continue with Iran first, which would give us extra 100 political power, removes Imidro, but we get an increased opinion of the bazaar. Isn't Imidro actually the one that gives us plus 20% production? Yeah, and lowers the lack of resources penalty. Yeah, that's the Iranian mines and mining industry. I mean, at this point we don't really need it, because we got everything that we want. And we get political power and an increased opinion of the bazaar, which I believe the bazaar increases tax revenue, doesn't it? No, it increases stability, construction speed, and tax. Okay, that's not bad. But it takes 70 days. I think that might be the best choice for us at this point. What do you do? IBRC. Political power, extra stability, and lowered health cost. Or we could actually go and start looking at some military factories, because I would really prefer it if we could start producing, even if a little, of APCs and IFVs. I mean, this world is dangerous. The army. Political power, command power, and a military factory. You do so. You give a naval yard. That's another. Considering we don't really have much of a navy to speak about, this would double our capacities. That's not all that bad. Wait, is there something down here that we want? So if we get Iran first, we get 100 political power, and effectively increased stability and the ability to build faster. And here we replace a mixed economy with semi-consumption economy, meaning tax cost is increased but lowered amount of resources to market. Well, but then there's a lot of infrastructure here that we could build, and additional production of rare or precious metals, more infrastructure, more so this is a civilian industry. I think we might want to go for that, though the extra tax cost is going to be bad. Now we have 9%. And with this one we get free, so that's roughly one extra factory. But the infrastructure is really good. Okay, let's continue with this, unless there is something here. Actually, you know what? We wanted to look into the police, and I think that is something that we should at least consider. So you will give us extra stability, and you would give us extra stability. That's 10% for 0 political expenses. Where's the police? Here. But we would also pay 600. But I think we can actually wing it at this point. We have a reasonable income, and if we start increasing the tax slightly, yeah, okay. So let's do the police next. We're gonna increase stability, decryption. None of that really makes much of an impact other than the stability. And you give extra stability. Okay, so let's start with you. Modernize the riot police. Most of the riot police deployed currently are equipped with armaments and vehicles from the 90s and 2000s. How can we expect them to do their best with old equipment? We need to modernize them. So we gain 5 stability, 10 command power, and then we get additional stability. So that's 10 and then 5 from you, 15. And we get an offer of non-aggression pact here from Here he is, the man himself. Non-aggression pact from Syria. Okay. So Bashar al-Assad is over there already being the man. Okay, let's repay this because we really don't want to pay more than necessary. But still, it means that our interest rate is now 2.6% and we're paying over 0.1 billion every week in interest. But that's fine. I mean, that's nothing terrible. Oh, and we have enough Navy experience to get a military doctrine here. So you are mutual exclusive with each other. So Green Water Navy means basically the Caspian Sea, and Blue Water Navy, or actually is this Shallow Sea? Littoral waters. Wait, does this affect us? Frigates, cruisers organization, corvettes, Green Water Navy. Corvettes. Okay, so this helps with corvettes and frigates production. And this helps with nothing. Okay. Corvettes organization. I mean, I'm not sure when we're gonna get into destroyers, but this one helps with. But so does this one. Naval speed. Raiding. I mean, we are going to try to project our naval power into the Indian Ocean and beyond. So I think we should go with the Blue Water Navy, which means, well, it's gonna explain it here. A Blue Water Navy is a naval force capable of operating globally across the deep waters of open oceans. The definition varies based on the forces, but the requirement is the ability to exercise sea control at long range. It allows a nation's navy to project power far from home country, and usually includes one or more aircraft carriers, mutually exclusive with Green Water Navy. So that's what we want, even if it's just a theory for now. But we still want to get that. Actually, the question is, we have the Tehran Saman infrastructure here, and if we go with infrastructure, Tehran Saman, we would get one from here. Oh, but we can get there. Okay, never mind. So there's one. And there's one. And there's one. Okay. Okay, so we definitely don't need to build any infrastructure in Tehran at this point, because we're gonna get it from from the focuses. That's a waste of investment on our side. So the right post is getting modernized. We're getting barely any political power per day, but that is still fine because we are exchanging it. We're gonna get, what was it, 6.41 billion after we're done on the economy. Yeah, 6.21 billion. When does the election end? If orders. Okay, the Damascus Spring. A wave of protests has erupted across Syria. After the death of the previous president Hafez al-Assad, people have been demanding a more open and democratic government. The current president Bashar al-Assad stated that these demonstrators are nothing more than revolutionaries and agents of foreign powers and will be treated as such. I'm really hoping that this is gonna stay there once we get a new president. SPD re-elected in Germany, so that's a pro-Western outlook. Umberto Bossi forms a new government, non-aligned outlook in Italy. Okay, that spells disaster for Italy and the EU. Lega Nord. Conservative, non-aligned government vary vastly. Well, we'll see. We shall see what it means, what it spells, what's in the stars. 17. Is it increasing? Confused. So rubber is the only problem that we really have right now. Okay, so we get 30 army experience, and I'm thinking I might want to look into the production of... Do we need more, APC or IFV? Now IFVs we need more, but APCs we can get faster. No, we need both. It's not like we can actually do much. So APCs, in my opinion, are fairly defensive things. So here we should increase soft attack, armor and defense. Well, mostly armor and defense if I have a choice. So you have wheel suspension, lowers hardness, torsion bar. It's nothing. Okay, we want the speed. Then we got steel armor, Cold War composite. That would greatly increase armor and defense. Aluminum armor. Okay, so if you put the heavy armor there, what about an engine? White Cold War gas turbine. Okay, good speed. Gasoline, White Cold War gasoline engine. Fuel usage 2.5. Fuel usage. Okay, so this one is more twin turbocharged V12. So the twin turbocharge, that's a diesel engine. I guess the gas turbine engine is fine. We do have so much fuel, we don't really care. Cold War battle stations and explosive armor. So what do you have? Post-war HMG, heavy machine gun, fine. You have an AFV turret, I don't think that can be upgraded. Unmanned AFV turret. Less defense but less breakthrough. Less speed but extra armor. I'll take the extra armor to be quite honest. Okay, and we want defense, so smoke launchers are gonna be good. Do you have anything here? Anti-tank guided missiles, heart attack and piercing. Okay, so let's get that. Special modules. Mine protection. Increases breakthrough. That's not what we're... Top-mounted machine gun. Yeah, I'll take the top-mounted machine gun. The gun ports. They increase soft attack, but lower armor and reliability. You increase soft attack less, but defense and air attack. Okay, let's get the top-mounted machine gun and anything else? Spaced armor. More defense. I'm not that interested in breakthrough. Can we get more smoke launchers? Okay, so soft attack 4, hard attack 6, piercing 13, armor 31, breakthrough 13, defense 18.4, air attack 0.2. Okay. Speed of 9.9 I guess is fine. And we're gonna call you... What are we gonna call you? Let's call you Isfahan. Isfahan 1. 29 experience points. Well, that's actually pretty much what we had. So that's actually pretty good. So modernizing the riot police is almost done. We have quite a lot of money in liquid cash. Oh, please don't kill this one. I'd really appreciate getting those 6.5 billion. Not paying anything, are we? No, we're paying 5 billion. Okay, so it's actually pretty good. We'll pay for what we need here. Okay, so stability jumped up to 46%, and we're starting to pay a bit more for the police. And I'll get... Wait. That was not what I was trying to do. But what's the undercover officers? Okay, these ones we do not need at this point. Stability, reinforced rate, Titan driving licenses, monthly population. No, let's get people security. Then start heavily investing into increasing tax. We can still pay for it at this point. So it's not like we are really in trouble, but yeah, we barely can pay for it. But we're gonna have stability of roughly 51, so I would be okay with increasing the tax by about 5%. Okay, so the Tehran Seman Office Center is being constructed, which is great. Population income is already 5.18 billion, that's really nice. Corporate income is now nearing 2 billion. It might industry focus, corporate tax cost. If we actually lower the tax here, it would mean we get more factories, but I don't think we're anywhere that would be a big issue. Tavakoli won. Today is election day. After a hard-fought battle between the two announced presidential candidates, Khatami and Tavakoli, Tavakoli has defeated his opponent. This is a great victory for the participants, the measure of law for the nation. And yep, we're still developing the country. Good. So let's see what you're giving us as the new president. Ahmad Tavakoli. Ahmad Tavakoli was born in Bekhsar in 1952, son to a merchant who held trading relations with the Caucasus and Russia at the end of the Tsarist rule. In 1970, he studied electrical engineering. However, he was expelled before graduating because of strike. After completing his undergraduate course, he received his doctorate degree in economics from the University of Nottingham, England, in 1997 with a thesis entitled The Reasons for Inflation in Iran's Economy, 1972 through 1990. After returning to Iran in 1998, he founded Farda newspaper. So we lost Iran first, stable society and patriotism in good old days. New phase of the economy plan. Okay, extra construction speed. Check on people's situation. Increase principalist popularity. Okay. Increases relations with Russia and China. Send diplomats to the east. Increased government supervision. Okay, weaker stability increased. But in domestic independence increases as well. Emerging support. And he can actually boost factory and dockyard output. And military and naval yard construction speed. That's really not that bad. Okay, I can get behind it. It's gonna serve us well. So people security is coming soon. Oh, okay, but... Oh dear God. Okay. So what happened, whatever happened there, something was removed. And that really hit us right in the economy. So people security is gonna only make this worse. Yep, we're back to losing about 1.7 billion per week. Not a great thing. But hey, we can now start increasing the taxes. And we're gonna get 6.21 billion, which is gonna... Well, okay, that means another drop in tax revenue. Well, we're far away from being ideal, but on the other hand, where are you? High police and intelligence funding. So subversive activities of foreign powers lowered by 45%, stability increased by 10%, encryption and decryption increased by 1%, drift defense increased by 30%, planning speed increased by 15%, command power gain increased by 0.5, holy hell, and required garrison loss by 20%, and foreign influence defense multiplier increased by 10%.
How about you?
I think you can't get anything, can you? Yeah, you're just getting those general traits. It's not what we wanted. Oh, you can get the... yeah. Torpedo hit chance, though we don't really have any torpedoes. Oh, and you can get the drill master as well. What about you? You get nothing? Really? Oh, wait. We finished the focus. And I forgot to set it. Okay, my bad. My bad. Well, we got a bit more political power, so that's not all that bad. So now we're done with the police. Do we want to focus on anything other than... You would give us additional stability and health cost, 50 days. But you give us 100, yeah, that's a clear choice. Iran first. It is true that our economy is strong and resilient, and we can make it even better by nationalizing foreign assets within our country and investing in domestic markets and industries. So Bazaar will like us more, independence is increased, and we get 100 political power. Amazing. I mean, not a great look. Okay, why did we lose a civilian? Oh yeah, we stopped exporting. Okay. Wow, we're not exporting anything? What the hell happened? Yeah, we're getting nearly 55,000 fuel every day. China joined the World Trade Organization. After a long negotiation process with the existing members of the World Trade Organization, China has finally achieved a ratification of its application to join the WTO. China has had to demonstrate to the members of the WTO, especially the United States and the European Union, that it is making notable steps towards opening up its economy to competition. Chinese state media hailed this event as a historical moment in China's reform and opening up and the process of modernization. Okay, so we got the money that we needed. Good. I mean, oh hell, yeah, we're back to minus 2 billion. Well, there we were, all happy and fuzzy. And now, well, but I mean, this didn't change much. The police... Yeah, that's like 0.5 billion or 0.6 and the worst. That's not changing anything for us. But yes, stability is 54. Chaos in the Ivory Coast. Protests demanding democratic reforms in the Ivory Coast have been forcefully suppressed by the police and military. The situation remains tense. Ivory Coast may soon descend into a civil war if something is not done. Political power, yeah, factory output. The base is 75%, yeah, so we are still fairly low from being on 0, but I guess we can deal with that. Once we finish the Iran first, I think what we're gonna do next is we're gonna take the army. That's gonna give us additional military factory which we can use to start building, start constructing the Isfahans. And those are going to be very good for us in the long run, anyway. And due to the increase in... due to the increase in stability, we are now producing about 0.2 Zulfigars more per month. So that's really good. And we just finished the Iris Artemis corvette. So you can join this fleet. And we are going to... You? By under 2, was that? Or the Alvans? No, it was the Alvans. Those were first to upgrade. Yep. So Alvans 2 class, we're gonna go and get upgraded in our naval yards. It's gonna take a while. I mean, naval yard did, just to be completely precise, we have 1 dockyard. So it's not like we can do much more. Okay, and once we get Iran first, we are gonna increase the tax rate for regular population by 3%. It's not gonna save us from the issues that we're facing, but it's gonna make it slightly better. Yeah, population income really dropped as a rock. 20, so 3%. Wait, don't we have already access? We have 11,000. No, not yet. Oh, we need 30,000. Okay, I thought it was 10,000. But we're getting closer to the expanded laboratories. I don't want you guys to pester me. The recruitment campaign we don't need. These ones I don't want to be informed about either. These ones. But I would kind of like to send you to Syria. Some trading mission to Sudan, counter-terrorists in sub-Saharan Africa. We're not gonna bother with that. And Central Asia and Shanghai Cooperation. We don't have anything there, but fine. So the moment we can get the research slot, I'm gonna be notified. Okay, 86. I am paying 0.11 billion now every week in interest. Internal security jumped up significantly. But we're reducing the spending by 15%. I'm not gonna borrow more than we need to. Yeah, already the interest rate is increasing. But I mean, debt to GDP of around 30% is quite realistic. That's what Iran actually suffered in the early 2000s, so it's not something that I would consider completely ridiculous. How are we doing on you? Pretty well. Fast growth. Man, there's a lot of bonuses right there. Network infrastructure. Well, what pains me is the tax cost, but I think that Bazaar might actually lower that for us at this point. Cost 60, right? Yeah. 60. Jesus, the debt is just out of control. Okay, so Iran first was done, and we can now go with the army. That's going to give us additional political power that we can use to increase taxes. The Islamic Republic of Iran Army, acronymed AJA, and simply known as the Iranian Army or Artesh, is the conventional military of Iran, or Iran. I'm skipping between the two pronunciations. I apologize if it is annoying. Of Iran, and part of armed forces of the Islamic Republic of Iran. It is tasked to protect the territorial integrity of the country from external and internal threats and to project power. Okay, and with that said, we can actually go and increase the tax, and we actually had a pretty high stability, 58%. So this increased. Wow, that's actually quite a difference. So each percent of population tax changes our income by about 200 million. So if we do increase it to 30, we are at 0 again, if I get it correctly. And we're gonna keep building up the economy. Yeah, and tax cost is lower now because we have Bazaar at opinion 60, which that's the stability that we just got increased. Tax cost is lower by 1%, and industry construction speed increased to 3%. Cool. So, okay, with that said, we are doing fairly good. Stability is much higher than we did before. Manpower. What's the population? 66.11 million. I don't think our core population is actually increasing much. I don't know how it's recalculated, if it's calculated once per year or something, but we're getting monthly civilian population of 2,000 though. Yeah, maybe, I mean, if it's monthly, then we get every year we get about, okay, it's probably calculating every month, and there's just no effect because that's about 24,000 people per year, and that doesn't even, that's a drop in the rain. We really need to boost that, so that is for me to remember that we really need to start getting this one up. If we get any money, we should really put it in there because the population is I mean, the population is our biggest source of income. So if we can boost it, then we're gonna be pretty good. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me. Iran first is where we're gonna end it for today. We're working on the army, so that's fine. Might even go as far as, because we got 12. I might be okay with getting one more naval yard before we go. Because here we're kind of locked with the tax cost, and I don't want to get that. But on the other hand, the infrastructure... No, we might finish the IBRC, because that grants stability and health cost lowered, and political power. So that's going to be our next choice, because we're going to keep offsetting the penalties we get for increasing taxes. And... well, that's the axis of resistance. Another... yeah, we're going to get that one next, because that is 120 political power. And then we can... yeah, and there's another political power here, 120. And we get extra infrastructure in Tehran. Oh wow, how did I miss this one? That's only 20 days. Or base stability. Well, that's kind of hard choice. I mean, the stability would be good. And more infrastructure. Okay, that's something to think about. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.